I honestly don't get what the hell is wrong with Arsenal fans. If there's anything that I've seen over the last couple of days, the amount of abuse that Thierry Henry has gotten after his interview with the overlap, it's absolutely made me sick. I honestly don't know what goes in the head of these Arsenal fans, and if there's something that's very apparent to me, it's the fact that they don't learn. They don't look at what's happened in the past, they don't look at the comments of what has been made. And another thing about Arsenal fans that really annoy the hell out of me, and something that needs to be addressed, and something that a lot of people need to learn, is the fact that these guys get overly attached to certain things that shouldn't even be this much attachment to. And what I'm talking about is this project. I'm talking about Mikel Arteta. I'm just talking about the whole situation at Arsenal right now. And I get it, a lot of fans can get very attached and emotionally invested into the club, into a manager, into a project, into what they think football should be, how they think things should be at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the rainbow, at the end of this so-called journey that we're going on. But the thing is that as fans, we cannot get abusive, and especially to the greatest player that's ever played for this club. And let's really deep it, right? Let's really look at the situation for it is. Was Thierry Henry wrong about what he said? No. Was he disrespectful towards Mikel Arteta? No. Was he honest about the entire situation and just giving his unbiased view on Arsenal as a whole of the last couple of years? Yes, he was unequivocally very honest, very unbiased. He was completely right in everything that he said, and he was just straightforward with it. He didn't give any abuse, he didn't talk about anyone badly. He put pressure on the club to deliver, because at the end of the day, whether people want to say anything or go on this roller coaster of words, at the end of the day, Arsenal haven't won a major trophy for however many years now. Alright, it's been a very long time since Arsenal won a trophy. I'm not counting the Community Shields. You can possibly count the FA Cup in 2020, but since then Arsenal haven't even got to a final in 5 years. So I really don't understand why Arsenal fans are so on their high horse to just go out there and abuse Henry on social media. I don't get it, and I don't understand you guys. And the thing is that even when Henry talked about Giroud all those years ago, about him not being able to help Arsenal get over the line, he got the abuse then as well. And even now he's getting it. So I don't know when Arsenal fans are going to learn and just keep a level head and just be in the middle of these things, because I don't know why in football, especially for this club, there's two extremes. There's either Arsenal fans completely love everything that's going on, or Arsenal fans are on the complete pessimistic side. There's a middle ground for everything. And at the end of the day, when I look at Arsenal right now, I think there's some good things, I think there's some bad things going on as well. But one of the things that we need to do as a club is at least keep it objective. And for God's sake, why is it that with Mikel Arteta, right, for the good things that he's done, why is it that whenever someone tries to criticize him, there's so many people that just get so emotionally attached and they have such an emotional reaction to it, where it's like, oh, how could you say that about my manager? Oh, I don't like the words that you're using to say against him. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? This guy isn't Arsene Wenger. It's like, I know, you know what it is? It's the fact that the people that were Wenger in all those years ago, I wouldn't even be surprised if all of those people came in now are the same people that are supporting Arteta to this extent. There are people that are more in love with this stupid project and the manager, rather than just looking at Arsenal as a whole and just saying things for how they are and just being objective with it. It's not like that for some reason at Arsenal Football Club, and that can be due to years of just patience, years of torment, years of however many batterings that Arsenal used to have. And now that under Arteta there's some kind of improvement from that, now there's another sort of investment into it. But I need people to understand Mikel Arteta, right? On the one hand, yes, he's done very good things, he's helped develop the squad, he's helped get Arsenal to be competitive again, especially in the Premier League and this year in the Champions League. But Arsenal haven't got over the line. And with Mikel Arteta, he's won one FA Cup in the tenure he's at Arsenal for 5 to 6 years. So by looking at that, we can clearly say that there shouldn't be that much of an attachment to Mikel Arteta as similar to Arsene Wenger, if we were to make that comparison. So I don't understand where this large attachment comes from. I don't know where it's I don't understand how it's come to be to this point. I'm literally bewildered with some of these fans when I go on social media and when I see the amount of people cuss Henry. Because let's be right, Yeah, you can talk about Henry as a coach, you can talk about what he's done in management, you can talk about life after when he was a player, but the one thing you can't do is criticize what the brother has said, because what he said was right. And as a player, who knows more about winning than Thierry bloody Henry? He is the greatest player that Arsenal's ever had. Whatever, no matter what anyone wants to say, you can talk about Ian Wright, Bergkamp, and I love all of those guys, but Thierry Henry is on the top of that entire list. He's on the top of that mountain. And he's scored the most goals for Arsenal. He's won every bloody trophy there is to win. World Cups, Euros, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, whether it was with Arsenal, France, or Barcelona, the guy has won it all. So if there's one person that knows about winning all of those trophies from everyone at Arsenal and whoever's played past, present, or in the future, it's Thierry Henry. And there'll be players that will come to Arsenal that will be they may be very, very good players, maybe very big players. We saw it in the likes of Ozil and Aubameyang and Sanchez, but none of them have won the same things that Thierry Henry has won. And especially in the future, there may not be many players that will get to be an invincible like Thierry Henry was. So that's why I was just really upset by what I saw, because I couldn't even believe what I was reading. I mean, the fact that people are willing to defend Mikel Arteta to such an extent that they're willing to abuse and cuss out Thierry Henry for things that he said, which were facts, which were absolute facts. And when Arsenal fans decide to open their eyes, be a bit more objective, and just see the situation for it is, and take the emotion out of it, and treat football as a soul in the business, in the sense that it's about winning, and just see things from that lens, then maybe this club will actually decide to progress. Because Evra is right in certain senses where he says that Arsenal fans are the issue, and before you could say, oh, what do you mean, it's the club that's running things? But at the end of the day, as fans, there needs to be a responsibility from their sides to keep the club standard. They need to keep the club standard and make sure they remind the club on what they meant to do. And in this case for Arsenal Football Club, is to win the major trophies, to win the Premier Leagues, to win the Champions League one day, because I really hope that Arsenal do in my lifetime, but God knows if that's ever going to happen, and win trophies every single season, not just go for 4th place. Because that in itself, what happened in the late 2000s, early 2010s, when Arsenal had to keep going for 4th, and when they had that trophy drought, I feel that has had a big effect on Arsenal now, a big negative effect, but unfortunately it's part of the history of Arsenal Football Club, unfortunately. And it's something that they're going to have to live with, and it's something that has to be broken. And the only way that something like that can be broken, and where we can usher into a new era, is by winning a major trophy, by winning the Premier League or the Champions League or something to that equivalent. But yeah, that's the end of my video. I just wanted to talk about this because I was sick to death seeing the amount of abuse that Thierry Henry has gotten. Because if there's one person in this entire industry who played for Arsenal that knows about winning all of these trophies, it's him. He knows how to. Not anyone else, not Mikel Arteta. Arteta didn't win those things. As much as I respect the job that Mikel Arteta has done, I'm not going to come here and cuss out Mikel Arteta and say I'm Arteta out and this and that. Look, no. Arteta's done some good things, but I'm being objective with it. And I'm saying that with Mikel Arteta, he needs to improve, the club need to improve, all the players need to improve, and Arsenal need to win a trophy next season, or major trophies essentially, because after this much time and this much money being spent and this many transfer windows and this much waiting, we need to see some big trophies coming to Arsenal now, because it's been far too long. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Please like and subscribe. If you like what I had to say, great. If you didn't, then so be it. Maybe you didn't like the fact that I was criticizing all these Arsenal fans, but you know what, a lot of you deserve it, because a lot of you are absolutely ridiculous to be cussing out Thierry Henry like that. A lot of you should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you all soon in the next video. Bye bye.